Welcome, Speed Gaming. Tonight we have an exciting matchup in the SGLIVE 2024 Zelda 1 Randomizer Tournament. PDXRex versus RandoRunner. I am Proknovic. Tracking for us tonight is JessAndy8. And with me in the booth, JDX Adam. How you doing, Adam?
Hey, Proc, I'm doing great. I'm looking forward to this race. I already put my standard questions in the chat for anyone who's willing to want to participate. First dungeon we're going to find, last dungeon we're going to find. And just for funsies, what is our white sword item going to be, and why won't it be the recorder just because Jess is here tracking for us tonight?
I think that the tier is going to be deep within level 8, the last dungeon anyone's going to search, just because that's the way I like it.
Oh, well, I think it'll be in level 7 because it's hashtag never 7.
Always true. And just for our fans out there, just to let you know, Jess did roll the seed, so we know that will be absolute trash. We should be catching up with our racers any moment. And Adam, what do you think is going to be in that wood sword cave? Obviously, it's not going to be the wood sword tonight.
Well, why not? I think it's going to be the wood sword. I think we're going to start out with just a nice, simple wood sword screen start right on the vanilla sword screen.
Personally, I would love for it to be the white sword, so it's just enough to taunt our runners. And we are off. We see them going into that wood sword cave.
Oh,
Any roads
it's
right off
any
the bat.
roads. That's a good place for any roads, actually. And what a great first any road it is.
Absolutely great as, yeah. I mean, does it get any better than that, right?
Well, that one's better. That's East Death Mountain. That's a nice spot to get up to. Also removes a recorder spot from us. We are in a second quest overworld, and oh, that's a little mean.
That is a little mean. You know, again, just enough to taunt you. You're in the East Woods. Unfortunately, you have to kind of take a roundabout way to actually get to those Armos items. Unless you're a rando and you just want to do a random HUD clip.
Yeah, we're just going to HUD clip it because why not?
Yeah, you can always tell which runners are more experienced and they've got all the swag going on. He's going to take it all the way to the coast.
Swaggy, and our coast item is that white sword you were just talking about.
That's right, and we did see level 7 in the East Forest Open Cave.
All right, well, I know where we're not getting to anytime soon.
Nope, again, never 7, just like you said. We are going to have our first Armos check of the evening, though, and so far it is Snake Eyes. It will be a stare with the blue ring and really cheap meat.
Not bad at all. The both rolling down the blue ring just slightly at 247, but the bait is a good price at 44. And I think it's bam, 44 is my number.
And this must also be our runner's lucky night. That was the any key for the Armos item. Keys are not going to be a worry in this seed.
Yep, but dodging the dark nuts on the overworld will be.
That's right, at 1.5 hearts on that screen. Yeah, better just to refresh it. Try your luck again. And gets it.
Yeah, just grab it and up an A or some such, because you're going to take a beating getting out of there. Those dark nuts are just merciless with surrounding Link on this screen. And we see Rando going with some pause strats. I like it.
I also like Adam. I like seeing 128 viewers on a late night Labor Day. Thank you all for joining us this evening.
That's right, and we've got a 35 rupee medium secret. Not bad, because the medium secrets have to carry us tonight. There's only one large secret here in Hyrule. And a question in chat, what level did Rando find first? Rando found level 7 first.
And we see a high five in the Lost Hills.
And we see our door repair is 15 rupees, so that's the lowest it can go. Already the seed looking a little bit nice, at least on the overworld. I have a feeling we're going to find all of our big nasty enemies in the dungeons.
Well, yes, and may I remind you, Jess did roll this. So this is just false hope that she's giving all of our runners, because again, that's Jess's style. give a little false hope, rip it away in a heart-wrenching, I can't even think of the right word. It's that bad.
That's all right. We've got both of our runners here in level 3. That first room we're not doing anything in. That's shutters and a bunch of red Lionels. Rex gonna pop up here and check Casino Corner, the far corner, and see if maybe there's a sword up here, and we'll go back in. Nope, but it is a candle shop and an arrow shop. 63 for the candle, 64 for the wooden arrows. Decent prices. Candle's a little bit up, but 2 medium secrets will do the trick.
That's right. I'm surprised they're not going at least a little bit into 3. You never know if you're going to find a free item.
Yeah, I mean, it would make sense to at least hit the first rooms around start. You could get a key on the floor that could possibly get you into another dungeon, or you might just find a diamond staircase, a right-hand staircase, or a circle staircase that you can get into, and who knows what that item will be. Well, we know it won't be the white sword anyway.
That is true. And maybe in honor of Jess, it'll be the boomerang, her favorite item of all. No one can ever correct me otherwise. The boomerang is definitely Jess's favorite item. I've seen enough of her streams to know that's a fact, even though she denies it. So we are seeing a little bit of more action over by the waterfall.
And there comes the Rage Star. I knew that was going to happen.
Well, for those of you who don't know, Jess is actually trying to be really, really quiet right now, so I'm doing anything I can to absolutely destroy that goal.
All right, we have a potion shop at the potion shop that is in the near start area. Rex taking a death. Rando heading up towards Death Armos.
That's right. That death for PDXRex just barely preventing us from seeing what's actually behind the waterfall. I'm sure we'll get there eventually. Hopefully it wasn't something important.
Well, that is one thing I have never seen is the wooden sword behind the waterfall, so I think probably safe. We have a 9 rupee small secret.
Ouch. That's, one off of vanilla, but again, in this flag set where there's only that one large, every rupee does count.
That's right.
Basically negates all of the medium upgrade.
No, not quite. The 1 rupee though, the 1 rupee difference, there will be 12 of those, so that will add up.
Let me see, RandoRunner heading to the other forgotten spot. Of course,
That's
that
right.
bomb wall will have nothing in this 2Q overworld, but there is an open cave, and I know that Randomizer likes to stick the wood sword there.
Yeah, it's either this far southwest corner up in Casino Corner, but today it's just a shop, just like we found in Casino Corner, at opposite ends of Hyrule. Or, of course, the potion shop by 1Q9. That's always a favorite spot for the randomizer and the wood sword.
Another small secret for PDXRex at 1Q3.
Yep, and we do see the cave there, which does again tell us that we are in a full second quest overworld.
That's right. In this flag set, we will have that 2Q overworld. We'll have 2Q enemies within the dungeons with 2Q rooms, not doorways though. And of course, we will also have, along with those 2Q enemies, red bubbles. So it'll be interesting to see how we play that, and maybe worth picking up that red candle when we find it.
Oh, absolutely. Having repeatable offense, very important when we're talking about those 2Q red bubbles. And we did find a feat of strength leads to our wooden sword. The wooden sword, just have to do a little grave robbing to get it tonight.
Speaking of grave robbing, there's that take any, and RandoRunner will be taking the candle out of 1Q6.
Not a bad idea. That way you don't have to walk by all those forest spots without setting Hyrule on fire.
Now, if we could only bomb Hyrule. We are 8 minutes in, and neither runner has had any bombs yet.
Well, I think Rando's the only one who can try to get a global bomb, given Rex doesn't have any offense available. We do see the magical sword at the Grave Armos location.
And all I have to do is speak, and that bomb comes into existence. Speaking of coming into existence, we have 1Q8, which was at the Death Mountain open cave right next to the Armos.
Yep, and we've got Rando going in because when you have offense, you can do stuff in a level. Let's see what gets found. It's Gorillas and Tektites and an immediate death.
We didn't get a chance to see if either of those enemies were beefy, but knowing the logic, probably beefy Tektites. That seems to usually be the case. Except, nope, Blues went down pretty easy. Beefy Gorilla.
And the Gorillas went down easy too. So far squishy enemies, and Rex about to get the sword. Oh, we got some keys over here in a desert floor room. Let's see what Rando can find. It's the map. Wow, that's a shape, chat.
Yeah, I've got nothing for what that shape is. Sorry. But we do see an early Triforce. Oh, that's
a Y-Force. The bubble says you will take that Triforce, no matter how hard you're trying to avoid it. Rex gets the candle out of 1Q6 and goes immediately back to the Vanilla Wood Sword screen to start burning down the forest.
And RandoRunner did see that block was pushing, so they're going to give it another try, see if that brings an item.
That's right. Because of that Triforce and the location of that Triforce, we knew that block was going to push because remove most open stairs is on in this flag set. Oh, those were red bubbles. That's rude, game. I like it. And of course, we get a transport. It will be the only transport here in level 8 as we don't have a segment.
Well, at least not one that we can easily see.
And maybe that's somebody who's laying on the ground and kicking up their legs, wearing bell-bottom trousers. There we go. I'll give you something for it.
Oh, I just thought it was an Australian breakdancer.
Could be. I like it. Another secret for Rex. Another 9 rupees.
We see PDXRex over by the lake, burning the forest down, comes up to a secret. It's just another 9er.
Those add up.
I mean, PDXRex is almost in arrow territory. Comes across another take any, opts for the heart this time.
Yep, that's 4 hearts. We know the white sword item will require 4 to 6 hearts to pick up in this flag set. The magical sword, however, is forced to 13 hearts. And another level for RandoRunner. This is level 2. We're going to try to pirouette a bomb wall, I think.
That's right. That is in the middle area between left and right Death Mountain.
And there's a mugger, and we have all the keys, so here you go, old man. 4 keys, go away. And immediately into a Chevy room that is a ladder block going that direction. And Rex taking another death on the overworld, back to Start Hill Go.
And looks like I don't know if Rando's going to try bombing these other walls. We might be completely ladder blocked out of 2.
Yeah, we can still pirouette both of those walls if we'd like. We have a left and right exit here, so we can just go right back and see if it'll pirouette open. Rex bodies through the levers just to find a hint shop. All the hints in this seed will be community hints, so they are not going to do the runners any good.
And Rando continues their way through East Death Mountain, finds the expensive key shop. No need for that tonight.
Nope. If any of our runners buys a key, they made a mistake, because they have the any key.
It wouldn't be the first time though. I've seen a couple of streams, and I've done a couple of streams myself where you just forget what you have.
Hey, those wooden arrows at 64 rupees are a steal, even if I already have the silver arrows. All right, the open cave by 1Q9 is the other completely useless hint shop. And the coast bombs open. It's level 5 for Rex. Rando taking a death on the overworld. Back one screen, Rando will go. Hey, free Triforce.
Exactly. Free Triforce, one room in, NSU room. Doesn't get any better than that. I think PDX is... What? Yeah, it looks like they're probably going to go back in.
Yeah, I can't imagine you wouldn't want to poke around a little bit. Try to pull, maybe get some more bombs. Possibly find the item in here.
That's right.
Or even... Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, or even you may find the heart container just hanging out on the floor.
That's right. Now, if PDXRex did already have the tutor when coming in here, then they may have probably headed out, just knowing that they could easily come back.
Did you order whiz robes? Because we got whiz robes.
No, I ordered possessed links.
And that's what you get when you play with the Wizrobe sprite. Whenever you play with any enemy sprite, Link will take the place of the enemy in the set.
Well, the Zelda mythology is no stranger to Dark Link. We're just helping make it a more regular thing.
And that's fair. Rex on the coast, finding yet another take any. Or take any, and I say take any, I mean it's the old person who takes all of your rupees. And yeah, brain and words not help it in tonight. And no, I didn't break up. That was on purpose.
Well, that's what you get for having late night races. You get two commentators who have trouble speaking sometimes.
I have a full cup of coffee here. I will be awake at some point, maybe. And welcome in Raiders. And by Raiders, I mean Raider and Equations 19. Thanks for stopping in. You are joining an in-progress match between RandoRunner and PDXRex. We're still very early. We have level 7 in the map of 7 for Rex, and no clear lead for anyone.
And
what a bomb upgrade price.
Level 7 looks like a gallows.
I can see some gallows there. I can see a power drill there.
Potato, potato. Maybe I've just been playing way too much Hangman with some kids that I teach.
And that's actually fair. Teaching kids via Hangman is a great way, unless you're actually hanging the kids, and that is not so cool.
And
there's the Triforce.
Yeah, that's right. Very early once again, but PDX is going to still poke around. We are 17 minutes in, and with no items other than the any key so far. Well, and candle. But I'm sure our runners are looking for a good offensive or defensive upgrade.
Question in chat, what's with all these free Triforces? It just means level 9 is not going to be a fun level.
Well, speaking of fun, we have our first sighting of a rotating Patra.
And Patra says, whack, and back to start Rex goes. All right, Rando has found level 5.
Rex passes up the Triforce yet again. And
Yeah.
Rando also passes it up.
And that's a Chevy room. We're not going any further that way. And Rando does pick up the Triforce this time through. We'll see if Rando decides to go back in and discover the whiz robes.
Yeah, unfortunately, without a ladder, there's really no good way to get around that one when it's in an NSU room.
All right, disappointment level 5 from Rando in about 2 seconds as Rex takes another death in level 7. Will this be the end of 7 for Rex? No.
Yeah, that Wizrobe room is very, very brutal. I'm sure it's enough to scare any of our runners while still on green tunic. It's just so hard to get around that many and avoid all those beams.
Did manage to get to the bombs for RandoRunner and then up in A, probably going to run away now. Maybe, maybe not. Thinking about it and running away. Rex did pick up the Triforce out of level 7 and is now back to burning down the forests of Hyrule.
And Rando is giving it yet another go, trying to bomb around, see if there's any way to still get through those Wizrobes. It's a brave move.
Here's level 1 for Rex. That's looks like a much friendlier dungeon to be in. And a free recorder on the floor. Who rolled this seed? Just kidding. It's a free recorder in level 1.
That's right, and that level 1 was located right next to Monaco Rock in that bum cave. That's a pretty average size level 1, I'd say, and it looks like maybe a blaster?
I see a pink gun.
Paint gun, I could totally see that.
We do have our staircase. This should be our item. It is the ladder.
That means that PDXRex effectively also has the white sword.
With a short trip to the coast, Rex will. Rando, continuing along this path, should be up to level 1 shortly. So all that's left here in level 1 is a Triforce and a Heart Container, because in this flag set, Heart Shuffle is off. All right,
Rando's
Rando.
Back in 7.
Yeah, back into 7. A bold move. Let's see if it pays off. Or if we just get to that free Triforce and say, yeah, the game's telling me this was a mistake. I'm going to take it just at its word and leave. You know what you do when the old man says, don't stab me, please?
Stab him?
Absolutely.
Or set him on fire.
Actually, that's better. You set him on fire because he said not to stab him, so you're just following his wishes.
Yeah. Or if you're feeling particularly sassy, you smack him with the boomerang.
No, sassy is when you bomb them. Just like what's happening to these Vyres, and Rex down to a single bomb now. There is the compass. We do have the location of the Triforce.
PDX has a quick up and A, realizing that Triforce is just 2 screens above start. And with any key, there's absolutely no reason why they can't grab it.
And another free Triforce. Let's go. Question in chat. Is it not worth going for an early white sword now that Rex has ladder? Yes, I anticipate that's what's going to happen next. I think just trying to clear out the dungeon. Maybe going to come up here and not sure what we're doing. Checking this bomb cave that got missed. Finding another expensive key shop.
And the expensive meat. Yeah,
Looks like we're trying to
PDX
force some bombs.
Yeah, I was about to say that. This is a great screen to do it. Dark Nuts are known to give bombs pretty plentifully.
Scaramucci, are you sure Rex didn't go one up? Rex was on the coast and did go in the coast cave that's south of the coast item.
Well, no, he must not have seen it. If he's going into 3, I'm sure any runner would have taken that short segue over to the coast to double their offense.
Yeah, I had thought that maybe was just picking up that one missed bomb spot just to get it off the tracker so that you don't forget it later. All right, and this staircase, you are locked in with this Digrogger.
Yeah, this could just be another case of, you know, seeing something early on and then you accidentally forget about it.
I'm going with that from on. Whenever I forget, I'm just going to say, oh, that was an that I forgot that.
Yeah.
And we are taking on this Patra for RandoRunner, trying to score an item here in level 7 and possibly an advantage. I was counting, so it's either 3-4 hits for those robes. Either way, they'll go down in a bomb. A single bomb, that is. Well, of course they have keys in the dungeon. Just look at them. And that's a good observation by Scarlet. There's lots of keys in the dungeon because we already have any key. That's just the game taunts you.
Speaking of accomplishments in the game and it taunting you, Rando just picked up the Triforce out of level 7. We are now tied up on Triforces, although Rando does have the 1 out of 8 versus Rex Triforce out of 1.
But more importantly for Rex, has the items out of 1. The recorder allowing return to any dungeon where the Triforce has been acquired, and the ladder, which we know will give access to the white sword, which is on the coast. And another Triforce. This one wasn't free on the ground, at least.
No, they at least made Rex work for it just a little bit with those red Lionels.
Uh-oh. I've got Peggle Greg saying that I'm cutting out a little bit. Am I cutting out, chat? I got 2 people saying it.
It is cutting out a little bit, but it's not too bad right now. Here we see RandoRunner continuing their search of 1. Shouldn't be too long before they see both the tutor and the ladder. And Rex is still trying to find the item out of 3. Finds a room full of blue bubbles. Those friendly little guys are always good to see. And a useless Aquamentus.
Okay, I have fiddled with my setup. Is it slightly better now?
Yeah, it's sounding okay right now. Rando does find the ladder out of 1. He knows that the white sword is the coast item. Should be seeing a dash pretty soon after completing this dungeon.
Looks like Rex is going to clear these Lionels out and pick up the Triforce.
I don't think that Rex probably has very many more rooms to see in 3. Maybe he didn't want to just go searching with bombs. Either way, this is a good play. You can always come back later. He's
and
got
simultaneous Triforce pickups, yes.
And Rando also picked up the recorder. And let's see if they beeline for the coast. Looks like that's the case.
Yeah, it's hard to ignore the white sword. While it's a little bit out of the way right now, you can always whistle back to 1 to get up to 3. And here's the staircase in 3, and it is the item. It is everybody's favorite item, raft.
Hey, log, it's big, it's heavy, it's wood.
It's not bad, it's good. And maybe that will push Rex around on the coast to check the coast raft spot and then grab the white sword.
So Adam, as you can probably guess from my commentary, being young, I didn't have very many friends, but I did have a homemade log. It was the best friend ever. It never talked back.
You see, we have pet rocks for that. Same idea. And now we already can see the difference that the white sword is making up here. Only 2 stabs to take down these dark nuts.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And going back into level 3, Rando will have no problem finding that Triforce and finding the raft. Whether it's going to be useful or not, we still don't know.
If I had to take a wild guess at it, I would say the raft is not going to be useful in this seed, but that's just playing the odds. What does chat think? Chat, is the raft going to be useful this seed for anything other than firewood?
My bet is it's going to hold our large secret, which will only be large in air quotes.
Or it
No,
could
but
be
it
level
could go
9
9.
and be absolutely required.
I do enjoy a good seed where all of the overworld blocking items are required.
Well, I don't know if we can get that far in this seed. We still have outstanding levels 4 and 6, so those 2 could still be blocked, one by the recorder, one by the power bracelet, but we'd have to have our white sword item be blocked by the ladder on the river. That would get us there. But the white sword item has to be important. It'd have to be the bow or the silver arrows. Anything else, unless it happens to be the one of those and things. No, if it's the power bracelet, then maybe that would help as well as far as overworld blocks.
I do enjoy a good blocked white sword item.
Yes, only valuable if you want to complete the seed. I like it. Let's go, Greg. There's the heart container on the floor for level 7. So that just means the stair item remains.
That's right, and with that 6th heart, PDXRex is guaranteed to be able to pick up the white sword item when we find it. Now in this flag set, Mags is locked at 13 hearts. It's not very likely that we'll be seeing that pickup, but until we get some kind of ring, I'm sure that both of our runners will gladly accept any hearts they can find.
You never can tell if you're just tripping over heart containers. You might end up at that wild 13 spot. It is lucky after all.
That is true, although it seems to be more the case if you find a really cheap candle early on and you're able to get that 1 extra heart container from the Take Any. I've seen
Big
lots
Dogger
of seeds in this
says no.
tournament. I've seen lots of seeds in this tournament where our runners get to 12 hearts, but just that ever elusive 13. It's not worth it to dig for it, but again, if you stumble across it, why not?
Question in chat: what do the yellow squares over the Triforces? So if we're talking about the tracker, so for Rex, that means Rex has already acquired the Triforces out of level 1, 3, 5, and 7, whereas RandoRunner has gotten the Triforces out of levels 1, 5, 7, and 8.
Unless you're referring to the yellow squares that are just part of the background for our 2 streams.
And if we didn't manage to answer your question, Raph, please let us know. We will try again.
Yes, if you're referring, like Just Andy said, the yellow squares over Triforces 4, 5, and 6, that's just a background image. PDXRex taking some time to take out this Dig Dogger, kills one of them, which means, of course, he kills all of them if he exits the room.
He doesn't kill all of them. The other two run away in terror, as they should. And it is the book, not required, but in this flag set will be nice because that is all the maps.
That is one thing I do enjoy about the Atlas flag. You know, it is great to have all the maps, and just means you have to be careful if you ever do find the wand so you don't burn yourself into oblivion like I always do. PDXRex checking the whistle spot by the coast.
And goodbye, rupees. Rando about to do the same thing. And we have the letter for PDXRex, so now potions can be purchased.
That's right, and Rando finds the secret of level 9.
So we've had Raft block one thing, but why can't the Raft block two things?
I like where your mind is at, Adam.
Oh, 29 for the blue, 86 for the red. 86 is a little rich. Rex says, no thank you, I will just buy one for now.
I do like the strategy of buying one at a time, because you never know exactly how much you're going to use them and might as well save that little bit of cash until you absolutely need to spend it.
Well, I can see it when there's a 27 rupee difference between two, because you're going to run into another potion shop just like this, and you just pick up another one then. Peggle Greg understands you need to save all your rupees for the door repairs.
Rando finds level 2.
I think Rando was here before.
Yeah. You know, as commentators, sometimes you forget who exactly has seen what, which is why we have great trackers like Jess Andy. Without our trackers, who are the real superstars of the show, we would be completely lost.
Oh, I challenge that. Even with a tracker, I can be completely lost. But we appreciate you, Jess. Thank you for stepping in tonight and helping us with tracking.
The most feared enemy in all of Hyrule, the Rupee Boss.
It is a dreaded enemy that can make you rich. There's our large secret, buried in the desert, 78 rupees. And I dropped a couple links in chat. They're for our runners, because while trackers are the MVPs of our show, without runners out here playing these seeds, we don't have anything to show you. So please, chat, if you are not already following these runners, take a moment and give them a follow. That's the best support you can give them next to tier 3 subs.
So Adam, in this flag set with this seed, we're only going to have 377 free rupees across all of Hyrule. Minus those door repairs, that's 227. I don't think we're going to see any blue ring purchases.
Well, not with that kind of math, we're not.
Yeah, maybe
Also,
if we're lucky, a bomb upgrade, but go ahead.
Well, we saw the bomb upgrades. They're 125 rupees this seed. So that would be what I would expect our rupees to get spent on. And we're going after the ferry. We get the ferry, and the river blocks nothing, but there is a heart.
Okay, Adam, I'm predicting that for those 125 rupees, it's going to be a +2. I mean, this seed has been kind. Because just rolled it, we know it's going to be secretly nasty. I think that's how it is manifest.
The real question is, did you see Rando take out that 4-headed Gleeok?
Oh yes, that was expertly done.
And the forgotten spot is level 4, and what a segmented 4 we've found.
Those are basically mirror images. Just slightly rotated.
So they're Tetris, you say?
Indeed.
And look at how far the Triforce is in level 2 from the start of the dungeon. Is that a wooden boomerang in that like? Or is that a red ring? I think it's a red ring.
I think that's a red ring. It is.
Well, with that, we're definitely not buying the blue ring.
Oh, nope. And we can start face tanking everything. Red ring, white sword. RandoRunner is up for any challenge at this point.
For anyone who wonders, level 2 looks like a mirror image of a human stomach. You're welcome. Rex, using some bomb strats on these blue Wizrobes, does get a bomb drop from the red Wizrobe and says, nope, not gonna do it.
Well, I think he was just saving the room, which is actually a really smart move, because now when he goes back, there'll be that many fewer enemies. And we did see that that red Wizrobe did come back, taking away one of the blues.
And that's always a good thing. We like to cycle out those blue Wizrobes because they are a pain. Or was it the Tektite that disappeared? Because I still see 3 blue Wizrobes there. Or in this case, 3 blue links and 1 pink link. Orange.
I thought there were 4 blues before. I could be wrong.
Oh, Rex goes into the room. Should have walked out and saved it. That's unfortunate.
And Rano continues searching West Death Mountain.
As PDXRex gets a clock in this Chevy room, getting 4 bombs off of one of the red Wizrobes. Will we get 4 more bombs? Let's find out.
That's a nice little refill. Fortunately, we're back in this room.
And this time we're just walking right on through.
That's right. If there's another way to go south, that's much better.
Yeah, and there's the floor heart. We do know because that room had a shutter door, that will not be our transport stair. But it looks like it will be our Triforce.
And PDXRex is not even going to bother with the blue Lionels. Makes sense, because that room has nothing important.
Yeah, the best thing that could happen in there would be a pack of bombs. RandoRunner has acquired the potion letter, can now purchase super expensive red or affordable blue. And that block doesn't push, so that means our transport stair is right here, guarded by more Lionels.
3 swipes of the white sword isn't too bad, though.
All right, there's the large secret for RandoRunner.
Oh, and that's just the transport. It's not our item.
Yeah, it had to be the transport. It was the last room down there. We had to have a way to get to the segment. Observation in chat. I didn't know Dodongos couldn't drop bombs. If you kill the Dodongo by feeding the Dodongo 2 bombs, it will not drop a bomb.
Or if there happens to be another bomb exploding at the same time, I think it like cancels out the drop. I've seen that happen.
The other time is if you are on a global 15, I think, or 16 for the fairy drop, you will get a fairy instead.
And this will be our item in 4, guarded by reds.
Tanky reds. And Rex says, yeah, I'm not dying here and now. I'm going to drink this potion. Rex should know you can't take those potions to the next seed. May as well use them.
And it does open, and here's our item. It's the wooden boomerang.
And Rex says, yes, please, because the wooden boomerang is better than no boomerang.
And as predicted, Jess is rejoicing, envying PDXRex for that great acquisition.
Well, this is the real fun right here, because this room is our Triforce room. Another observation in chat. No boomerang does make menuing faster if you are using select swap. I will concede that point. It's almost obvious.
Yeah, but RandoRunner did find another take any, took another heart out of that.
So RandoRunner up to 6 hearts will be able to pick up the white sword item once it's found.
$33 rupee bombs. Is that the first one that we've seen?
That is the only one we've seen. Our bombs might be our rare shop tonight. All right, Rex decides the potion's worth using. Got to get the Triforce out of here. And there is that Triforce. Yes, sir.
And RandoRunner has accumulated an astounding 168 rupees, PDXRex 196. I'm sure that as soon as they come across some shops with favorable items, such as that wood arrow, we'll probably see a purchase be made.
Much like the potions, you can't take the rupees to the next seed either.
One thing we have not seen is PDX dip back into 2. Two is marked on his tracker, so he does know where it is.
Yeah, perhaps just clearing out the rest of the checks up here before going back in.
It may look like PDXRex has the red ring, but no, they're still on the green tunic.
And we are slowly running out of locations where level 6 could be. We are also running out of locations where the white sword item could be, and we haven't found either silvers or the bow.
I must have been wrong about PDXRex. I could have sworn that he already knew where 2 was. Oh well, it's a pleasant surprise for him, especially if he finds that item, the red ring.
Knows where 2 is now.
And he also knows not to even bother paying that mugger. You don't have to if you can bomb the wall.
We got all the keys. We could pay the mugger off.
It's more for the principle of the thing, Adam. If you
Yeah,
pay off
that's
the bully
fair.
ones, they're just going to come back.
Yeah, we haven't seen the second raft spot, Scaramucci. You are correct. I anticipate when our runners are in that area, they will check it, though. Unless they've already come across level 6 and the thing that is not level 6 that they still might need, which is the white sword item. Question in chat. Pay the mugger off. It's faster every time you enter the room if the old man isn't there. And that is correct. You don't have to wait for the text. And I don't think Rex can miss the red ring in here. I think the red ring is along the route to the Triforce and visible in the room. Rando getting the good news that the old man is trying to reach them about their extended warranty.
I just don't remember whether that Chevy room where the red ring was the required route to get to the Triforce into.
Might not be required, but with only 9 rooms left at that point, I think you're gonna. Oh, yeah, this is this Gliok is required though.
That's right. And PDX has already used all their potions. Ooh, unfortunate death.
All their potions, and the red ring is on the other side of that Gliok in the top of level 2. And being told by chat the second raft spot is a take any, Rex does see the wooden arrows and says, no thank you, I don't have a bow, I don't got no time for that. And Rex says, you know what, I'll pay the premium this time. Maybe if I buy the red potion, it'll be a little bit better, it'll taste better.
It may not taste better, but it is definitely just a little bit quicker.
That it is, for the low, low price of a whole bunch of rupees.
After all, why spend double when you can spend triple the amount?
That's the spirit. And here we see Rex back into level 8, and boy, are we in the corner of 8 or what?
So if 8 is that big, and I mean, 7 seems to be pretty average size, I'd say that we're maybe looking at a slightly smaller than average 9.
I think that is going to be correct.
I did see a rather odd feed the other day that 9 was only 40-something rooms.
That is a very small level 9. And there's a Triforce for RandoRunner out of level 4.
That's right, he beat the Wizrobe Room of Death. Greg in chat saying, why do 2 when you can do 8? You know, that is very true. 8 is guaranteed to give you 2 items, so if you look at it that way, might as well spend the time there. Although we do know that with 2 having red ring, that definitely makes this 8 a whole lot more easy.
That's correct, and that red ring is exactly why Rando had a better level 4, and Rando is back into level 8 now looking for the items. And Rex pushes the block to pick up the Triforce, but just trying to push the block.
Exactly. Also unintended pickup.
So I think at this point we might be down to power bracelet spots for level 6.
Have we seen all the whistle spots? I don't think we've seen the one. Did we see the one in the grave?
We did see the one in the grave. The only one I think that might be outstanding would be the Deadwoods. Yeah, the only way to get that block to push and not pick up the Triforce is push it from the left. But if you push it from the left, you might get bubble bopped right into the Triforce anyway. We saw that on Rando's side. And that was bbq.gov letting us know that in chat, which we appreciate that, BBQ.
Rex tries to get around those red bubbles, expertly maneuvers, realizes that it's impossible to move further down from within that dash column. He'll have to go around.
Looks like Rando has discovered the same thing. Do like to see high fives out of our runners, but there is a bomb wall for Rex. That will not bomb down, Rex. There's no room there.
I think that's one of those things we just kind of get into the habit of always bombing our corners in the rooms, not always looking at the map.
And another mugger. Interesting. Good thing we have all the keys to pay that mugger off.
But RandoRunner just used their last potion, trying to kill off these bats and gorillas.
Oh my.
Oh, unfortunately,
And
Rex
a bubble
got
bop for Rex.
Unfortunately, with no real alternative weapon, they're just going to have to, well, I guess blue bubbles at work?
Blue bubbles definitely work.
I don't think this patch is going to give you anything interesting.
A good fight in a Chevy room.
Always the best room for a Patra. Actually, no, the best room is the diagonal blocks.
Well, any room where your movement is limited. You could be in the grocery store room, the three block line room. That's another good one. All right, this looks promising for our first item.
It does push, and it is the red candle. That's great for candle boosting past the red bubbles.
It's also good just to have some repeatable offense should you take that bubble bop.
All right, so that most likely puts the power bracelet as the other item within 8, which would mean the bow would be in 6.
We haven't seen the item in 5 yet.
Oh, that's right. Thank you, Adam, for keeping me honest.
That's okay. I just want to make sure when we're figuring out what could possibly go wrong for the runners, we don't say something that's completely wrong. I know I usually say things wrong, but I try not to. And another staircase. This should be the other item for Rex.
it's the magic boomerang. Interesting. So yes, that would put the power bracelet back in 5. So I don't know about you, Adam, but sometimes when I'm commentating, I feel a little bit like Luna Lovegood.
Okay. You'll have to tell me who Luna Lovegood is.
I'm sorry, Adam, we cannot be friends anymore.
That's fine. But I still want to know who Luna Lovegood is.
Luna Lovegood is a character in the Harry Potter series where she's a very talented airhead. And talented meaning she always seems to have very insightful things, but says them in the most bizarre way possible.
Reasonable, and Rando has seen almost all of this level 8, about to be probably disappointed by the last item. Rex starting out with beams on this Gleeok and now getting bullied. And down goes Gleeok. Hey, you pedantic, I'm not gonna turn into a moaning... What is that? Myrtle?
He meant to say Myrtle. Alright, Adam, here's your homework assignment. It's almost the Halloween season. You need to read the Harry Potter series before Halloween hits. It's only
I have it
7
on
books.
good authority that it's a small series of only about 3,000 pages or some such.
Leisure reading.
It says 4,100, so yeah, that's a lot of pages. And there's the magical boomerang found by Rando.
And Pedantic Potato is giving terrible advice in chat, saying that you don't need to read it, just read a few Wikipedia entries. Bad potato. Bad.
All right, Rex in that like room does see the red ring, does acquire the red ring, moving on for the Triforce in 2, about to tie this match back up. And there is that Triforce for Rex. RandoRunner, I believe, has the puzzle put together and is back in 5.
That's right, I'm sure that Rex is right behind him.
And with that whistle, right behind him is exactly what will happen.
Although it does look like Rex is taking a small detour on the way back to 5.
Maybe Rex has an item outstanding, or a spot outstanding over here? Yeah, more spots outstanding, so makes sense. Question in chat, is 5's item block? I don't believe so. We got the Triforce very early in 5, and when we were first in here, didn't have the red ring, didn't have the white sword, so just decided, hey, it's time to move on and come back later. And it's later now. Question in chat, think Rando is going to go back to 7. I don't believe Rando will go back to 7 yet. And another potion purchased by Rex. Rex keeping the potion market on point here in Hyrule, making sure to keep it afloat. And I think we saw 2 sets of transport stairs here in level 5, which might indicate we have a segment. And by might, I mean does. Rando has no sword, and no bombs, and all the rupees.
There is a fix for that.
There are many fixes for that. I think Rando did a hard reset to get the sword back. Or just walk through the blue bubbles. That helps.
Yeah, this room was the bane of these runners' existences. It must be so refreshing to be able to finally get through that a lot easier thanks to the red ring.
Wizrobes and Lionels in the same room. Is there any better combination?
Yes, have it be a tea room where you have limited mobility.
And there is
And-
that other raft spot. Just
And why
to...
not?
Go ahead.
And why not throw in a couple bubbles just to take your sword away too? That's what makes it even better. But yes, we did see that other rest spot. What was it?
Take any. The chat had told us that earlier, though, because chat obviously can't be as MVP as our trackers, but is still pretty MVP. We appreciate you, chat. There goes the blue Wizrobe. So we've gotten through the quote-unquote difficult enemies, but single tile with a Lionel, not as much fun. And then there's the map.
That's okay. It's just a quick ladder clip away.
Yeah,
Although
and
I
even
personally always have trouble with the up-down ladder clips.
and there is that map to level 5. I was incorrect about this Eggman. Looks kind of like a crocodile, alligator.
Unless it's logically segmented, that's always possible.
Yeah, but even logically segmented, there won't be 2 sets of transports, and there was our bait block.
Unless it's logically double segmented.
Question in chat from DJ Trails. Oh, white sword item is still out there. Correct. We believe the white sword item is going to be power bracelet blocked, along with level 6. Running out of rooms here in level 5. And here is that push block. What's our item? Surprise! It's the power bracelet we knew had to be here.
And that sets Rando on a noble quest. Of course, checking these ones right next to start, and probably making a way to Lost Hills after that to check more power bracelet spots.
There is our white sword item blocked by the power bracelet. It was the Coast Heart, which means our bow will be in level 6. Our silver arrows and wand are going to be in level 9.
And we do see Rando making way to the Lost Hills. There are 2 push blocks up in that area.
That is correct. We've got the normal push block that would be a vanilla any road, and then we also have the bonus push block in the Lost Hills themselves. The 2Q4 spot, I believe. But we're not seeing that.
Level 6.
And there's our bum upgrade, +4, a tiny scam, but +4 nonetheless. And we got Peggle Greg pointing out that RandoRunner did a great wiggle. That wiggle is very good and also saves a couple of frames if you do it correctly. Yeah, we can see here that Rex is having a much faster 5 thanks to the book and having the map. And when I say much faster 5, I mean much faster 5 redip. But we're still going to need to find the silvers in level 9, so this is anybody's race.
Absolutely. We are very, very close.
Unless Rex chooses very, very poorly on power bracelet spots.
That's right. If they head west first, that could be a pretty significant advantage, probably costing about 2 or 3 minutes. Looks like he's going to head to the east, also finding that white sword item, which should give PDXRex all the remaining item information.
Absolutely should. The only questions are going to be, well, wait. Rando's not in 6 anymore. Did Rando pick up the Triforce out of 6 and leave? Must have got bubbled. And that is exactly what I'm being told by everyone. Rando got bubbled.
Sorry, old man. We have seen the precious, but you're not going to get it. We need that defense.
We already have the precious, and the old man cannot have it back. Did forget about these lake spots as well. Wooden arrows. Shop here at 2Q3 or 1Q2.
Could still have a scenario where we do have required wood arrows to get the silvers.
That is possible. All it takes is one Goma in one room in level 9.
And we have PDXRex found level 6. Also with the map should make this a lot easier to dig.
We'll at least know the walls to bomb, though level 6 does tend to be kind of a chonk, as you can see. Rando finding the staircase or the transport first.
And we do see a push block. And there's our bow, just as predicted.
Thar be the bow, to the surprise of no one. Looks like about 5 down in the E. So 3 down from Rex's current location, I think. Question in chat, did PDX buy arrows? No, but arrows are required. Oh my goodness, the Goma blocks the Triforce. Also, Rando does have wooden arrows.
So in a way, those were wood arrow blocked silvers.
Oh no, that's absolutely wood arrows required. And that's very bad news for Rex, because I will direct you to Rex's rupee count.
That's right. That 193 rupees we once have are long gone.
Rex needs this 9 to be somewhat trolly and to also get a good route in here. Rex does have the compass. That is good news. We'll be able to tell immediately that the Triforce is Goma blocked.
Oh, we hear a roar.
And we don't have silver arrows, so we're going to try to avoid that roar for now. Of course, we could have the dream where you have to go through the roar to get the silvers. Roar works, Scaramucci, it's okay. Well, this is interesting. Could we have a double Goma block? Goma had the map, and there's level 9. Not as small as expected.
And Rex is still making their way over to the Triforce in 6. Does not yet have the bad news.
No, looks like we're going to the bottom right corner and working that way back. So we're going to see all of level 6, it looks like.
Well, that makes sense. You know, he knows where the Triforce is, does not yet know where the bow is, but it's right here. If I'm not mistaken. No, actually, no. I don't think it is this room.
No,
Isn't it right above?
I believe it's right above the Goma.
That's right.
But the unfortunate thing is Rex is leaving a lot of rupees on the ground and does have the wooden boomerang, which you could, fire off to pick up those rupees as you're walking out of a room. Finds some danger noodles and says no thank you.
Especially no thank you to the caffeinated ones. Yeah, unfortunately, again, Rex passing up all those 5ers on the ground.
Yeah, Rex is doing the clear to the corners and work back. Hasn't seen the Triforce room, doesn't yet know it's Goma blocked. And there's the power of the arrows, destroying the Pole's voice here on level 9.
Yep. Now, unless I'm mistaken, Rando is currently without their sword.
Not mistaken. Also not really slowing Rando down for the exploration, looking for these silvers.
No, once you have the bow and or second repeatable offense that does 2 damage, it doesn't really slow you down that much.
Rex about to find out the bad news in a second and a half. And there is the bow for Rex. Rando still continuing here in level 9, impervious to the red bubbles because you can only take the sword once.
And in a surprise to no one, PDXRex up in A's and is on a quest for the arrow shop.
also on a quest for money. And there are the silver arrows for RandoRunner. So at 1 hour, 18 minutes, and 40 seconds, RandoRunner is our first runner into Go mode.
And they know exactly where Ganon is. Don't know if they know where the princess is. Oh yeah,
They
actually,
got a,
compass.
a
They know
blinking
exactly
dot to
where it
tell
is.
them.
Yep.
Rex almost up to arrow money.
And at 1 hour, 19 minutes, 22 seconds, here's Ganon.
With the
With
white
the
sword. Oh, go ahead. You can tell them.
Yeah, with the white sword, this will take 8 hits. And fortunately, we're just in the sand room. No water to really throw Ganon off. And we get a pretty good stun lock. I believe only 2 more hits. And Ganon is almost. Okay, I should just not even predict stuff like that. I'm always wrong.
Oh, I wasn't counting,
we
but
go.
I do know we have Bacon Crumble now. Triforce of Power acquired. RandoRunner simply needs to find the path to the kidnapped. Rex does have arrow money, just has to get to an arrow shop. Time basically run out. RandoRunner hunting Gomas for sport now.
Unfortunately, without bombs, possibly can't find a quicker route to get there.
Rex forgot that the arrow shop was in the top right corner. Rex, we see you in chat. We already know, but we're trying to build suspense for people that don't know you're in chat. Like YouTube. Oh, that transport looks promising. Those bombs look helpful. There appears to be only one way in.
That's right, from the right side. Fortunately, this room does go up. We just have to kill a few bunnies to get there.
All right, Rex has the arrows. There's still hope. And pop, I'm just kidding. That's the door. That's the girl. And that's the game. Let's get our GGs in chat for your race winner, RandoRunner, with an official racetime.gg time of 1 hour, 21 minutes, and 57 seconds. And also get your GGs in chat for PDXRex, who upon seeing this finish said, I've had enough of this horrible, awful seed and forfeit. And we are joined by our race runner-up, PDXRex. Rex, GGs.
Hey, thank you guys. I beat Rando in something. I beat him in the chat in the voice channel.
Well played indeed. And we are joined by our race runner, RandoRunner. Rando, GGs.
Appreciate it. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
All right, cool.
GG's, Rando. Got me again, man.
GG's, man. Did I get you the first time? I thought you got me.
You got me in SGL last year. I got you in the best of the rest bracket in the winter tournament.
Oh, yeah.
Here you are getting me again.
Yeah.
And it's just SGL, right, Rex?
It's just SGL, man. He owns me in SGL. I tried to I try to get out of his bracket, try to get out of the pool, try not to get in his group, but we always find each other apparently.
Yeah, we end up finding each other. I feel like the same with Malachor. I feel like I've been in his group once or twice before.
He was in our group. He was in our group last year. 60%
Yeah,
of our group is the same as last year.
Did they just roll the same wheels last year?
Yeah,
was-
we need to get a new wheel.
Just got to grease the wheel. That's all.
That one's got weights on it somewhere.
Yeah, something's wrong. Kind of glitchy. But anyways, yeah, that was the fun one. GG's.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there was a lot of crazy stuff in that one with the vertical and shoot rooms and needing the arrows and all sorts of fun stuff.
Yeah, I died way too many times, I felt like. But stupid deaths too, but I always end up doing that.
Yeah, I mean the dungeons weren't easy. I mean, don't sell yourself short. They were not easy, but yeah, there was just too many deaths to be able to keep up with you. And if you had too many, then I had way too many.
I don't even think I checked.
All I will ask is, how about that? Was it a Gliakin too?
Oh, okay, yeah, he was just in the way of everything, and I found two. You know, the red ring was behind him, which is kind of what you needed, and so I spent a potion to get beams to fight him, but it's just.
I think I ended up fighting him using paw strats with the white sword, but
Yeah.
no red ring.
Yeah.
Obviously.
White sword was a blessing. This thing could have been a lot longer without it.
Yeah, definitely could have. That was the one good thing about I always hate the seeds that give you like a heart for the coast item and something stupid for the Armos item too, and you're like, you have to dig dungeons for anything great.
Yeah, it's nice to get a little head start from the free items.
Yeah, any key's always great too. Like that's one of my favorites. Just you don't have to worry about that in dungeons. You can just find the Triforce, and then these flags just find the staircase items.
So yeah, I think part of the tale of the tape was just no wood arrows when you got to 6 Rex. When you finally saw that Triforce room, I'm sure your heart sank when you saw that Goma.
Yeah, you know, we were talking in chat. I didn't have enough money the first time I saw it. Then I saw the expensive arrows, and then I never saw arrows again. I saw the bomb upgrade, and I needed the bombs for the Wizards. I'm like, well, God, one of these is going to be the correct decision, and one of them's not. And we saw how that turned out.
I remember that when I found Bo, and I was like, if my competition didn't have arrows, it's gonna cost them right here. Because when I killed Goma and got in the try, I was like, yep, that's gonna probably cost somebody some time if they didn't have arrows.
I think when I didn't have the power bracelet, so probably after I cleared 2 and I knew I had to go back to 5. So it's about 1 hour and 4 in. I knew I was done. I'm like, he got either the bow or the power bracelet before me, and that's gonna be it. And it turned out to be both of them.
Well, you weren't too far behind him into level 5, and probably could attribute most, if not all of that, to the level 7 dig. But because you got the book out of level 7, that made your level 5 significantly faster.
Yeah, I should have stayed in there the first time, but I don't know why. I feel like I was behind the first time I got into 5, and that was early. I just felt behind the whole time. Just felt behind.
You always feel behind when you're racing.
Yeah. I didn't on the last one, but this one I sure did.
Yeah, I feel like both of you were probably within a minute of each other getting into level 6. Again, that big advantage was having the wood arrows already, in the book.
I'm kind of surprised it was that close.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the other thing is, and this is where the book became a hindrance, because you had the book in 6 Rex, you were going to the right side to those little jut offs in level 6, and
You know,
I believe Rando went straight down the left side and just ran into the bow and then ran into the Goma.
yeah, I was looking, for the item, and I'm like, I gotta go as far away from where the Triforce is because I gotta make up time somewhere. And again, another poor decision I made. I need to go back to the Rookie Rumble next year, I guess, and try to figure out how to route these things better.
Yeah, I always feel like
This wasn't it.
routing is where I screw up, but I feel like with this flag set, sometimes like I get these lucky deaths that like reroute me and end up being better, that I died and end up going in a different direction than I was going.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's reasonable.
I had a pretty clear game plan about what I was gonna do, and the first screen just completely threw a wrench in that. Being the any road, I'm like, well, I guess I'm gonna take any roads and throw my strategy out the window. So then I was like kind of scrambling on where to go at that point to try to get back on track, and that was a real fun little panic moment.
Any roads at the start screen is like a great thing to have, especially
Right?
if they're scattered in different places on the map.
Yeah, I eventually got to where I wanted to be, but it just kind of threw me off, and I was like, I'm gonna completely abandon the southwest side of the map, which turned out to be the right thing to do, even though I went down there anyways because I had to. But just just one of those. It's one of those seeds, man. It's one of those seeds.
Aren't they all, though, in one way or another?
Not the last one. It's like my one shining moment in 6 months. I get like one every half a year that goes correctly all the way through. I blew it.
All right. So
I'm sorry to be the one to give you your second loss. I was already out
Yeah,
of the
man.
tournament,
Like,
so
you're
I
not
didn't-
you're not even a good group member. You could have just let me win, so I had a chance to represent 2 people in the group.
I should have let you in. I'm sorry.
No. I'm not trying to get in like that. I needed to earn it, and I have. You're one of those people I just have a tough time earning it against.
Well, I knew we were being restreamed, so I figured I need to at least give them a show if I can.
Yeah. Yeah. Good show, buying arrows.
that was
Not
all about
always
having the
bad.
money.
But when I do, I have a lot of money.
Yeah, God, man, I would have bought him at any time. If
I almost
had
bought
that- if I
meat
had the
too
money.
because the meat was cheap. But then I remember passing the meat one. I can't remember in what level that was, but I remember passing.
It was in
that.
level 5, I think.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I don't even remember that.
You didn't see it, Rex. It was in the top part of 5.
Yeah, I was gonna
And
say,
there was a little jut off in 5. So, yeah, I think both of you were just playing for pride. Well, Rex, you had a chance to move on, and this is gonna pretty
Yeah.
much eliminate you from that. I think maybe
yeah,
not
no,
though.
it is. Yeah, there's too many 3-in-1s that I was part of that group that could have made it interesting, but now that I'm out, it's pretty much all the 3-in-1s. So I'm not sure what Bommy and I are gonna do because neither of us are playing for anything at that point. So we might play something
Well,
or not. Who knows?
Well, just play something fun. Put on a good show.
We might try. I'm gonna try to convince her to do like a candle run, like take the candle out of the wood sword cave and go from there. Try to do something crazy. We'll see. We'll see if she's up to it.
Do swordless and hope that you're not soft locked.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna have to find the wand somewhere,
Well,
or
look
the
at
bow,
this.
or the bow and arrows.
Well, no, look at this race. Wand was in 9, so you
Yeah.
wouldn't have got into 9 because the Triforce in 2 is behind the Gleeok.
You don't need the wand. You're gonna run into the white sword eventually. Bow and arrows.
That's fair. There is the white sword that was on the coast this seed. So you and Rando, any final thoughts for tonight?
I also want to thank you guys for getting us back on air. It's always good to hear your guys' voices. I think Jess was tracking. Yeah, Jess is tracking. Rolling seeds, even though we explicitly said we didn't want her to roll seeds, but we took it anyways.
I thought she was banned. What happened?
Yeah.
Who lifted their ban?
I don't know. You didn't read our chat, our group chat, but you're banned. You can't roll seeds for me and Rando no more.
Yeah, just to appreciate everybody. Speedgaming and commentary and tracking and everybody that's all the players that are in this tournament. I know we have a lot of people, a lot of great players that aren't moving on, so it's a bummer, but good luck to all the players that are, and I'm just looking forward to watching a great rest of the tournament.
Yep, I think there's 40 some odd entrants, and there's only 16 that are going to make it to brackets for this one. So
Yeah.
quite a few great players will be on the sidelines when brackets start. Proc, did you have anything else for tonight?
I just again wanted to say GG's and wanted to offer a great thank you to Speedgaming 2 for letting us restream. And as always, Adam, it's fantastic doing commentary with you. Jess, Andy, even though you rolled an absolutely trash seed, we've absolutely loved having you on Tracker.
All right, and I think with that, that's going to bring us to a close of this presentation of the Zelda 1 Randomizer 2024 SG Live tournament. We had PDXRex versus RandoRunner. RandoRunner found the raft first, maybe, I can't remember, but whoever did discover, I think it was Rex that actually found the raft first, discovered level 9 on a raft spot. We would expect nothing less than crazy overworld blocks from this wonderful randomizer. So again, thank you to Speedgaming for allowing us to restream on your channels. Without Speedgaming, we don't have any place to come out here and stream. Thanks to Rex and Rando for coming out here and playing. Without players running these seeds, again, we don't have anything to restream. Thank you to JessAndy8, our tracker. Without trackers, we don't get a restream, so trackers are definitely MVPs. And thank you to Speedgaming chat for being here, correcting me whenever I said wrong things, correcting me whenever I couldn't just, speak English, those fun things. And thank you to my co-com Proknovic. We appreciate you coming out and getting in the booth with me, making sure that I'm not just talking random nonsense to myself. We do have some games scheduled for tomorrow. Not sure if any of them will get a restream, but probably so. Everyone out in chat, if you're looking for more Z1R action, please check the Speedgaming schedule. I'm sure that at least one of those races will get restreamed. And so, on behalf of our commentary team and our runners, I would like to thank everyone for being here. I have been JXB Adam. Everyone, have a great evening, good morning, and we will see you in Hyrule for the next adventure. Take care, everybody. Good night.